Throw away because my family knows my main account. I never thought I'd be writing one of these posts, but here we are. I'm 21, and my sister, Emma, is 24. Growing up, Emma was always the favorite. She was outgoing, popular, and the kind of person everyone naturally liked. I was the quiet one. Whenever relatives visited, they'd ask Emma about school, her friends, her plans, her relationships. Nobody really asked me much. I eventually stopped trying to compete for attention. Emma and I were never exactly enemies, but we weren't close either. We were more like roommates who happened to share parents. Then, 3 months ago, Emma announced that she was getting married. Everyone was thrilled. My parents immediately started planning. My mom called me crying because she was so happy her little girl was getting married. I was happy for Emma too. At least, I thought I was. Then Emma called me. I want you to be my maid of honor. I almost dropped my phone. Me, she laughed. Obviously you're my sister. It felt strange. We had barely spoken in months. Still, I agreed. For the next several weeks, I helped with everything. Invitations, decorations, the venue, the dress, the seating plan. Then something weird happened. Emma started asking me questions. Very specific questions. How much money do you have saved? Are you still working at that company? Do you have plans to move? Do you still talk to Daniel? Daniel was my ex-boyfriend. We had broken up 2 years earlier. I didn't understand why she suddenly cared. Then, 2 weeks before the wedding, Emma asked me to meet her for coffee. She looked nervous. I need a favor. What kind? She lowered her voice. I need you to tell everyone that you and Daniel are getting back together. I stared at her. What? She explained that her fiancé's family apparently thought our family was too ordinary. She wanted them to believe I was dating someone successful. According to her, it would make our family look better. I laughed because I thought she was joking. She wasn't. Emma, I'm not pretending to date someone. It's just for one evening. No, her expression changed. You never do anything for me. I reminded her that I'd spent weeks helping with her wedding. She didn't answer. The next day, Mom called me. She told me I was being selfish. Apparently Emma had told everyone that I was refusing to help because I was jealous of her. That hurt, but I still refused. Then, 3 days before the wedding, I discovered something. I was at Emma's house dropping off decorations when I heard her talking to someone in another room. I wasn't trying to listen. But then I heard my own name. I told her she needed to do it. That was Emma. Then a man's voice replied. What if she tells everyone? Emma laughed. She won't. I froze. The man was her fiancé. I stood there quietly. Then I heard him say, once the wedding is over, your parents will finally give you the house. I nearly dropped the box I was carrying. My parents had a second house. It had belonged to my grandparents. They had always said they'd eventually decide what to do with it. But apparently, Emma had been promised the house after her wedding. Then Emma said something that made my stomach drop. And after that, she'll be out of the picture anyway. I walked away before they noticed me. That night, I called my parents. I asked them directly about the house. They went silent. That silence told me everything. Eventually, my dad admitted that Emma had convinced them to transfer the house to her after the wedding. But why? I asked. My dad sighed. She said you didn't want it. I had never said that. Not once. Emma had apparently been telling them for months that I had no interest in the property. Then I discovered something even worse. The wedding wasn't just about getting married. Emma had invited certain relatives specifically because she wanted them to pressure my parents into giving her more money. She had planned everything, even the story about me supposedly dating Daniel. She wanted to make me look successful so her fiancé's family wouldn't think she was marrying into a struggling family. I felt completely betrayed, so I made a decision. I wasn't going to the wedding. I told my parents why. They were furious. My mom called me selfish. My dad said I was ruining the biggest day of Emma's life. Emma sent me dozens of messages. First she was angry, then she begged, then she threatened to tell everyone that I was jealous. I didn't respond. The morning of the wedding, I received one final message from her. If you don't come, I'll make sure Mom and Dad never forgive you. I replied with one sentence. Tell them the truth first. Then I blocked her. The wedding still happened. Apparently it was beautiful, but something unexpected happened afterward. My parents came to my apartment. They apologized. They had found documents proving Emma had lied about what I said. They also discovered that she'd been secretly pressuring them for money for months. My dad canceled the transfer of the house. Emma was furious. Her marriage didn't fall apart, but apparently her relationship with her husband's family became extremely tense after they learned what she'd been doing. As for me, I'm still not close to Emma. Maybe we never will be. But I finally learned something important. Being someone's sister doesn't mean you have to accept being manipulated by them. And sometimes walking away from the family drama is the only way to finally see it clearly. Edit. For everyone asking whether I regret missing the wedding, number. I regret believing my sister cared about me when she invited me. I don't regret protecting myself.